Hi, Adele. We are going to be working with a software called Microsoft Access, and we are going to be creating sort of a miniature management information system. You'll have to forgive my messy desktop here. Now, Microsoft Access is free for you as students, and this is what the icon looks like. And the version we're using that's provided by the college is Microsoft Access 2016. When you first open the program up, we're going to want to select a blank database. Let's just maximize that. Now, so Microsoft Access is a software, it's a relational management data software system. So everything that's constructed, all the data that we're going to build in here is a structured and controlled data. And that's what makes these types of programs or management information systems so much more valid and better than your conventional Excel. Not only that, but you can have one central database and you can have multiple users using the system. Before we get into anything too in depth, I just want to review with you this. Within Access, there's four main components. We have tables, queries, forms, and reports. So our tables are our starting point. This is where we're going to start. So ideally, the management system that we're going to create is going to allow for like a small business, a make-believe business. We're going to have a customer table in there. We're going to have another table and forms for the products that we're carrying. This is going to be a retail business. And what we want to do is we want to design a system that allows us to create invoices and track our sales and tax payables and our customers. So we're going to take it one step at a time. Now, to start out with, when you open the program, it'll automatically open to table 1, which is fine. And we click on our home tab, and you can't see it on the screen here, but go to your view tab, please. You'll see data sheet and design view. We want to select design view. And as soon as you do that, you're going to have a little pop-up menu that'll come up. And we want to save this as our customer table. And OK. Once you've done that, you can see this populate on the left-hand side under the menu, customer table. So here is our construct. We've got our field names, the data types that we control, and then any descriptions that we may want to put in here. So this first field here, we just want to go over to the left. We want to name this customer ID with no space there. All right. We're going to leave that as an auto number. So what's going to happen is every time we create a new customer record, it's going to generate a unique number for that customer. Then we want the customer's last name. And it defaults as a short text, and that's fine. And we want the first name. Again, it will default to short text. We are going to want customer's email address for marketing purposes. We will want their street address. Okay, and we will want city. We will want the province. Now we're going to do something a little bit different here. One of the nice things about being able to control the type of data is we can actually create preset fields. So when we convert this to a form and the employee is using it, there'll be a little drop-down menu, and they can't just overwrite it. They'll have to choose one of the options we've given them. So in order to do that, we're going to hit this drop-down menu, and we're going to go down here, and we're going to use this feature called Lookup Wizard. Okay, now what we want to select here is this bottom button. I will type in the values that I want. We'll click Next, and here's where we can place our entries. Now, this company, this make-believe company we're using, sells to customers just in select products. So we'll use Ontario, Quebec, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia. Okay, once we have all those in there, we will select Next. What would you like? What label would you like for your lookup field? Well, we'll leave it as province. Do you want to limit the entries to the choices? Yes, we want to limit the users choices to the list that we just created, and then click Finish. Now it doesn't look like we've done anything here, but when we move forward into the forms, you'll be able to see when you get down to that box, that's all that's going to pop up. Okay. Then we want postal code. And yeah, that should do it. Oh, you should have a telephone number. And we'll leave that as a short text as well. So now if you can't see it on the screen here, but if you go up to the far right-hand corner of your screen, you will see a little disk for save icon. We'll want to save that, and then we'll go back to view, and we will switch back to the data sheet view. And now we can see all our columns in here. So we can, just like in Excel, we can adjust the width of these columns. Okay, so we can get a nice street address in there. Oops. City. Okay. Now look, if we oops, let me just get it there. Postal code, telephone. Okay. Now we will enter a record here, a customer record here. Typically, we would not be using a table to do this, but I'm just going to do it just to get you going to show how this actually works. So let's put in our first customer. Let's use it. Her name is Cooper. Tab over. Linda. Her email address, we'll use lcooper@access.com. Her street address is 123 Main Street. And we're going to say she's in Guelph. Now here's this little pop-up. Now you can see here, this is what I was talking about, controlling the type of data. So the choices are limited here under the province column to what we put into our list. So we're going to select Ontario. We'll put in the postal code, N0A rather, 2P6, and her phone number, 519-965-7563. Okay, and then we'll go back up and we will save that record. Okay, so that's it for creating the customer table. And all tables are pretty much constructed this way, though we will have different fields, names, and we may have different data types. Could be numbers, could be currency, but we'll get into all of that in later tutorials and lessons. Now, what I'd like you to do is go to File. I would like you to save your Access file as your name, because as we complete this work, I'm going to make a spot available in the Dropbox, and you can put it in there. Okay, so we'll go here, File, Save As, right here. There we go. It closed everything for me. I'm going to save it here on my desktop, and I'm just going to save it as my first name, or pardon me, my last name and first name, and you can do that as well, and save. And this way, you will be able to, at a later time, just pull up, go into Access, and reopen your file again. I'll give you an example on how that's done. So I've closed Access. I'll reopen it. Okay, and if you look on the left, like here's your blank database again, but if you look on the left, you'll actually be able to see the last file that you work on, and you can open that, enable content, select customer table, and there's the work you did. So this way, this will allow you to start to create and build your mini management information system a section at a time. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you're doing well, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.